Hello, I'm Ron Beck, Director of Industry Marketing at Aspen Tech. The ability to manage capital project risk is important both to EPCs who are bidding and executing capital projects, as well as to the owner-operators who are making the capital investments. The ability to produce a high-quality estimate very early in the conception of a capital project is critical on both sides of the equation, both to the contractor and to the client. Additionally, the flexibility of an estimating system to enable the estimating team to rapidly change directions in the face of changing project objectives as well as changing economics is critical.
The E&C industry rises and falls on the success of the projects. For any E&C company, one really bad project can wipe out 9 or 10 good projects. ACCE is the only tool that has proven predictability early in a project lifecycle. It's due to the models, it's due to the inherent capabilities, and it's also due to the cutting-edge work processes that support the way engineers can best work today.
The big thing around risk is the consistencies of how we do our estimates. Because we're able to do our estimates on a very consistent basis, and it gives us a common framework for collecting the scope and collecting the cost information, then it eliminates some of the risk associated with doing the estimate itself. For instance, the piping is put in the same way every time. It looks the same, it goes in the same way. And so when the system is developing things like your miscellaneous pipe supports, that's an area that we might forget about because it's a fairly small cost item, but it is part of the scope. Whereas typically we might include that in a risk assessment and say, well, we've maybe not covered enough for this item, so we need to put some risk money in for that. We don't have to now because ACCE actually covers that for us and includes money in there for us. And that's the case in every account. There's small amounts of scope that add up to quite a bit of money that normally we might cover with a contingency or a risk that we don't have to because we're using ACE to do that. One of the benefits of having ACE is that it's a communication platform. So it's a place that we can communicate with engineering. So design engineering actually has input into ACE because ACE actually is asking them questions that they use when they complete their designs. And now we're asking for design specs around the facility. And that helps to reduce some of the risk associated with your estimate as well, because we can use ACE to generate quantities that the engineers are also generating, and we have a comparison as we're going through to develop our estimates. So now if they're consistent, then it removes some of the risk or some of the uncertainties around those quantities.